My first non-professional job in theater was, I've done so much community theater, it's kind of crazy. I think since I was 5 years old until about 22, I averaged at least 4 shows a year. And then when I was 18, a couple of friends and I took over an old abandoned junior high and started writing and producing shows for kids. And what we would do is we would charge tuition for them to be in a show and do these classes. And then we would take all that money and put on a huge show in the summer and rent out like the equivalent of like a Pioneer, you know, a 900-seat theater, and rent the costumes and rent the set and do a big show. My first professional job involving the theater, I worked for Disney. I did some voiceover work as a child on some albums, some vinyl albums, children's albums. And so there are a couple that my parents, of course, still have that you can't really find anywhere else, with me singing background for like the Hugging song. And then soon after that, I did a little show with a choir, but we were paid at Disney in the Carnation Pavilion. So it was kind of a 4th of July ragtimey show. The best part about that was that then we could play in the park the entire day in between shows. But I was disillusioned about the background of Disneyland really early, and you know, seeing chipmunks taking off their headpieces and people on their smoke breaks, that I thought, if I love this, then I'm okay. Then I'm going to be here for a while. I started working for Salt Lake Acting Company, or the first show I did, I came in as a choreographer. I think the only year that Cynthia Fleming didn't choreograph Saturday's Voyeur. I had auditioned for Voyeur before, and I had actually been an understudy for a Voyeur, and never got to be on the stage, but I was thrilled to be asked to choreograph in place of her for 1 year. And since then, Cynthia and I and Kevin and I have become great friends. My husband also directs here, so it feels like a second home because I do spend so much time here. So it became, when they started thinking about doing children's theater here at Salt Lake Acting Company, they put together a group to ask questions from the community, like what do you think the need is, that sort of thing. And I was on that team, that initial meeting. So I feel like I was in on it from the very beginning, and I'm thrilled that I'm still around.